Hi, my name's Chizzy Rascal and I run an independent radio show called Karma Radio. Each week we release an episode to SoundCloud. It's usually around an hour long and I play out some of the best new bands hitting the UK alternative scene right now, as well as a bunch of household names that we all know and love already. It's a good place to discover some new bands or keep up with the new releases, so come and check it out. We also have a guest on the show each week, musicians from bands such as Holding Absence, Seaway, Funeral for a Friend, and a whole bunch more. So I've taken out this part of the show and I've added it to YouTube for anyone that wants to listen to what these artists have to say. But if you want to listen to the full show and listen to the artists' chosen tracks as well, then head over to the SoundCloud page. I'll add a link in the description below. Thank you for listening, and this is Karma Radio.
This is Karma Radio.
Karma Radio with me, Chizzy Rascal, and today my guest is Dan from Phoxjaw.
How's it going, brother?
All good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Flat out.
Well, yes, you're working as well as doing all the stuff music-wise, because you've got the album coming out this week, so it must be a busy time. And I think you mentioned you're moving house as well.
Yeah, I'm moving. I'm very busy at the moment. Just I never stop. You know, I'm a very busy person. Do you know what I mean? If I day off, I'm up early doing stuff. You know. That's
a good attitude, a good kind of way to be. I'm kind of a bit similar to that myself, really, because I feel like once I stop, I'm like, oh, what am I not doing? I need to be doing something now.
That's right. Like I like being tidy as well. I get home and I've got to tidy everything before I can relax. You know, I've got to wash it up, it's got to be done.
That's a good way to be,
that,
mate.
you know?
Yeah. So we're going to go into chatting about Triple AAA, but just before that, so you guys put out a video recently for You Don't Drink a Unicorn's Blood. Was the video filmed in Africa? Or was that a joke?
No, it was. We had to get a boat to take us over.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's no one flying at the moment, so we basically paid like a fisherman down in Devon to just take us over the sea. It took a long time to get there.
That's insane. Is that serious or is that a piss take?
No, of course we didn't get on a boat. We filmed it in Salisbury.
Okay. Because you were all taking the piss saying, "Oh, filmed in Africa." And I was like, surely they haven't. But I was like, you never know. They might have done it like last year and been sat on it for a while.
If we could, we so would have.
Yeah, that's all I was going to say. Is how the fuck did you get? Who paid for that?
To be honest, though, we've got plans for the future that involve like going far places as well.
Yeah, well, that's what you got to do, isn't it? Write songs about other places, and then when you got to go to the label and be like, well, we want to make a video for it, so you're gonna have to send us there.
That's it. Like, I like that traveling aspect of the band as well. You know, like that's a huge thing for me.
Yeah.
Like, I like being able to take us somewhere else, and like we did with the record, for example. Obviously, it's kind of close to home because it's Wales, but it's still a different place. You know, going out of your zone and being in a new little world.
Yeah, it was a cool video anyway, that one.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite video we've done.
Nice. So one of the songs on the album, Royal Swan, which comes out this Friday the 3rd of July. One of the songs we've got is Triple AAA. We've played it on the show a couple of times now. How are you sort of finding releasing these singles during lockdown? What's sort of been the vibe with the band, really?
It's well, I don't know how different it would be if we weren't in lockdown. I mean, I don't know whether we'd be out playing now, which would be pushing these singles a bit more. But each one of them has had a good reaction. Do you know what I mean? Some better than others, but it's had a good reaction, and everyone seems really interested in this album, and they're really looking forward to it, which is it's really good, you know, because you get to a point where we've had it for so long, we've been sat on it for so long. Do you know what I mean? That we just like, is it good? Is this a good album? You know what I mean? That's doubt that you have sometimes with things, you know.
Yeah, of course.
But it's our best work yet. I think there's some really strong moments lyrically, musically, and the themes I think are quite strong on this album, you know.
Yeah, talk to us about some of the themes then. What's sort of been like inspiration for the lyrics and meanings of the songs?
Well, we've got Teething, which is about like pain and loss. And that in that case, I sort of dedicated that towards a friend of mine who died in a car accident. So that was sort of a tribute to him and to his family, who I care about a lot. And then Unicorn obviously is about trophy hunting, and Trophies in the Attic has got themes about the confusion of the strange time in England. That's kind of an ongoing theme throughout the album, is like with Brexit happening at that point when we were writing it, and us sort of leaving Europe, and a bit of a confusing time for British people, like some of us feeling a bit embarrassed by certain situations that were happening. It's not a massively political album, but we do brush upon political themes on this record, not in a way that tell people what to do with their politics or anything. It's more like we're more metaphorical about certain things.
Yeah, that's understandable. And like, as a lyricist yourself, I mean, if there's something which you feel passionate about, whether it's politics or what's going on in the world, then, you know, you've got every right to put the pen to paper and say it how you think it is. I suppose it's a good attitude to have, to say that you're not being like too political with it, that you're just telling people your opinions, really, and if they want to agree with it and vibe with the album, then cool.
That's it. That's right. Like, I really believe that at the moment we're in this time of like a real crucifixion. Everyone's like join it. Everyone will be the sides that are shouting at each other with all the stuff that's been going on at the moment. And I really like to think that if someone has a different opinion to me as well, I can also go in a pub and have a pint with them, you know. And I like to think that's the kind of person that I want to be. I want to treat people the way that I want to be treated, but I also want to understand that just my opinion is my opinion, and other people's should be allowed theirs as well, you know.
Yeah.
So we do brush upon politics and Phoxjaw, but we're never like telling anyone what to do, you know?
Yeah, that's really good. And yeah, that's a good thing to say. I mean, I could talk about that for hours, about the whole, like, you know, we all need to learn from each other, and not just, you're allowed your opinions, but we can all teach each other. And yeah, it's a tough subject at the moment with everything going on.
It is. I think people need to get off of Facebook and go outside and enjoy their life, because I think a lot of people that are really unhappy, you know.
Well, Friday then they can go outside, take their headphones, and listen to the Royal Swan.
Yeah, that's right.
This is Karma Radio.
Now we're gonna move on from talking about Phoxjaw and just talk about yourself, really, and how you got into music yourself. So everyone's kind of got that inspirational artist, the artist they might have been one of the first ones they discovered, or just one that had a really big impact on you at a certain time of your life. So tell us one of your inspirational artists and any particular track.
There's so many different artists that have done that for me. You're like, and there's so many moments. I'm into so much music. You know, I'm a real collector of music. I've got plenty of vinyls and CDs, and I am like a real nerd. I like all the old live stuff, and I like to collect stuff. You know, but off the top of my head, I'll just pick a few that I think are real special for me. Syd Barrett from obviously Pink Floyd, on the early stuff like Sorcerer's Secrets and Piper at the Gates of Dawn. I think his language, how like sort of abstract and his surrealism within his like sort of way that he puts words together, he creates this really mad, fun, almost comedic imagery with his lyrics. And while you've got Syd doing that, I really like Scott Walker as well, from the Walker Brothers. His solo works and his poetry really, really speaks to me, and it just make me feel something. And that's what I think great lyrics should do, is they should paint a picture on a canvas in front of you while you're hearing the music. And sometimes it doesn't need to be all sensical. It could be nonsensical kind of things, but those words put in this certain situation will make you feel something, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's a Scott Walker lyric on Epizootics on the album Bish Bosh, where he goes, like choirs of pigs squealing revenge for their stolen insulin. And I just think, like, that's a really powerful, dark, like, oh, okay, you know, like, again, that's imagery in my head.
Yeah, I can, hearing how you describe that, I mean, I can see that already in your lyrics, even from like years ago when we first started seeing like you guys playing shows and the name popping about. And I mean, there's some, I'm saying this in the nicest way possible, there's some weird lyrics in your writing, but there's obviously like some really deep meanings behind it, and it's really cool.
Absolutely. Like I like kind of like for example in Teething, you got the opening lines that are like struggle is a part of life, look at those babies teething, see the people fleeting, do they sink or swim? At the time we were having the immigrants drowning, traveling over, people, they close their gates, so do a Zorba dance and smash a plate like you're in Greece. And it's like almost take you out of this real serious, meaningful thing, and it sounds really stupid. And it's almost like teasing you with emotion. I don't know.
Yeah.
Monty Python in music.
So which song should we play out then?
Yeah, play Bite by Pink Floyd on Piper of the Gates of Dawn. And just hear this language, like the way that Sid sings, you know. I've got a bike, you can ride it if you like. It's got a basket and bell and thing and rings to make it look good. I'd give it to you if I could, but I borrowed it.
Nice one. Got a little Phoxjaw cover going on there. Cool, yeah, so we'll play that for the listeners now then. So this is Bike by Pink Floyd.
This is Karma Radio.
So we're going to talk about your favourite artists now. And as I said, you've probably, with the massive collection of music and interests you've got, I'm sure there's a load of them. But if there's any that spring to mind, let us know.
I have too many favourites to pick one, but I'm going to just pick one for who I'd say is a big influence to me. And I wouldn't ever be able to sound like him, but I do try sometimes. I don't do it very well. But Jazz Coleman is the vocalist from Killing Joke. And he has got, I've had the joy of seeing them a lot. They're a very cult band, British band. And his voice is just like, it rips through you. It's absolutely incredible. It's like, I can't even do it. Like, it's just, but Jazz Coleman is incredible. They did an album with where Dave Grohl played drums on as well, which is really worth checking out.
Oh, nice.
A good example of how brutal his voice is. I've listened to like Asteroid or Total Invasion. He's just got a mad vocal, really incredible, powerful voice.
Yeah. So did you sort of discover them at quite a young age, so they'd almost be like a bit of an inspiration for yourself, or was that one you've discovered later on?
I actually got shown them by my friend Josh, who passed away, who I sing about in Tevan. Josh and his mum's a huge Killing Joke fan too. And that was where I actually discovered them. Josh actually showed them to me. So it's all relevant, you see, it all ties together. I found out about a lot of really cool bands from Josh. Yeah,
that's got to be good to have something that you're doing something you're passionate about and something you're putting all your efforts into of a band yourself. And then, to have the memories of that. And I've lost my words of what I'm trying to say, but it's good to have that you've got like, the mutual love of music together, and artists that you can listen to them and remember your friend. And it's
absolutely, like Killing Joke are one of the bands of a few that Josh showed me, and like that's what I mean about when I say people in your life, they do mean something. They bring something to you. Everyone brings something new, and he brought my short time that I had with Josh. He showed me some really cool stuff, you know.
Yeah, that's cool. All right then, so let's play a Killing Joke song then. We'll play it for Josh. Did he have a favourite song?
Yeah, the first song he ever showed me was Total Invasion, actually. But I remember he played it in the first time I ever came around his house. When I first met him, he was playing Total Invasion by Killing Joke, and he could do the voice really well. He could do Jazz Coleman's voice.
Yeah. Was he a musician himself then?
He was, yeah. He was in my first ever band.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this is why I like getting guests on the show, because this is artists that I haven't checked out much myself, and it's something new for the listeners. So this is Total Invasion by Killing Joke.
This is Karma Radio.
Dan, thanks for coming on the show today, and really excited for the album to come out on Friday. How are you going to celebrate the release of this album? I know obviously we can't exactly all rush into a bar and go out and have a massive party at the moment, but have you guys got anything planned?
My dad's lodger is Thai, and she's cooking some Thai food because it's her birthday. I'm doing a barbecue in his back garden, doing a karaoke. So nice. I think what we're going to do is we're going to meet at my place, all of us, and we're going to celebrate with us listening to it on vinyl. We're going to listen to the vinyl together, have a beer, and be together. And then I think we're probably going to sing some karaoke after.
That's awesome. Well, have a good time on Friday, and I'll be checking out the album. Can't wait to hear it. Yeah, cheers for coming on.
Thank you so much.
This is Karma Radio.